Evening, folks. It's been a long time since I made a video. Been quite busy with taking care of the missus with her surgery back on Tuesday, and steady as she goes, slowly improving, but one day at a time. Can't rush things. She can't walk around, put any pressure on that foot. So I've been quite busy doing everything to make it as easy as possible for her. So I'm sure some of you have either experienced that, been on one side of that equation or another, and it's it's a lot of work. So, but the wait has not been without a reward, because tonight I've got Dave's shiny razor. This is his Bocker with some spine work, nice and shiny. And on top of that, it has my patented Shogun Edge. Shogun Edge. Say arigato to your whiskers. I trademarked that, by the way. Don't try to steal it. Beat you to it. Or how about this one? Shogun Edge. You show gonna like it. See? Trade that like that one too. That one's already taken. If you come up with more, maybe you can use them, but you'll never have a true Shogun Edge. So, still rocking the SV Baby soap. I just put just warm water in my SWK. Didn't really want hot, and I'm thinking the hot might have been breaking down this soap a little bit. I'm not sure. Some soaps don't mind the heat, don't mind hot water, and some do. So it seemed to last a little bit longer. I usually make it up before I jump in the shower, and then usually if it's a real stable lather, don't really even have to do a whole lot once I get out, just other than load the brush up and go. But this seemed to me make a little bit of a difference just with warm water instead of hot water. So let's see how the old Bocker does, and then I will be boxing up Dave's razors that he sent me and getting them back down to him so he can do a little bit of straight shaving. Oh yeah, Dave, you're sure gonna like this one. Very nice razor. The one thing about it with that worked spine now is on the hones, of course, I absolutely taped it. And then it has a little bit different feeling because there's less surface area. When you're stropping, the fabric part's fine. But on this one, on the one side, it wasn't damaging the strop, but it was leaving marks. So what I ended up doing was I actually put tape on it to actually strop it so I wouldn't mark up my strop. So they are pretty, and they do add a little bit of pizzazz to a razor, but they also maybe make for a little bit more upkeep or high maintenance. So I think they call this like a French point, or I think they've even used the word dreadnought, like a dreadnought point, I think. I'm not sure. The way it goes out like that. It's kind of like a notched, but it also extends out. So, got a pretty heavy growth because I didn't shave last night like I promised you guys. Just got too tired and wasn't feeling it. But that Shogun Edge is just mowing down them 2 days worth of whiskers just like nobody's business. I mean, I'll be smoother than a geisha girl when I get done. Oh, look. Oh no. I told you this. Yeah, I got the gabbing and I nicked myself. I mean, fingers have been lost. Permanently disfigured people. This edge is not for the faint of heart. So, and you know what John Blaine used to say, every day without blood is like a day without sunshine. So there's my little bit of sunshine. So I'm gonna get a little bit of little dab. Oh, come on. I might not stop it. I'm not on blood thinners or anything, so I mean, it's not like there's any danger. And of course, I will make sure all my cooties are off of it. Not any bloodborne pathogens or anything like that. I got disinfectant wipes and I will wipe it all down with those, and I might even put a little bit of mineral oil. I don't know, I think I got mineral oil or something. If I just dry them up real good, I think I got some desiccant packs I might put in the package too. God, blood and gore, I might, this video might have to be like NC-17 or something. So, hope all y'all's Sunday went well. Oh, damn, that looks a lot worse than it is. But this was the prettiest one out of them all, and the one that actually needed the least amount of work to get a good edge on for my buddy Dave there. So that's a good thing. I don't have one of them there styptic pens or anything, although you would think I would have one. Guess that'd be too smart. But this is a nice size, not too big, not too small. And boggers, of course, and these older ones, excellent steel and excellent grind. So never really had a problem with one of them. Taking an edge or holding an edge. I mean, even that one that's not pretty, the hobo one, whatever you want to call it, that's visually not anywhere near as appealing as this one, still shaves just as nice. Might need a transfusion when I'm all said and done here. So. The horror, the horror. See, that's why I use double edge. See, that's why I use double edge. Well, you can still nick yourself with a double edge. Trust me, I have. Oh my. So, and talked to my boss this evening and all. Crazy as it sounds, they haven't shut down the county without me. And they are going to be open for business tomorrow. Like I never even left. They're putting on a strong face and telling me that they don't miss me, but I know deep down inside they do. So I don't know whether there'll be like cake and balloons when I come back. Sure, they'll all breathe a sigh of relief. Like some people. I didn't get to go to Hawaii or anything this week, but had fun vicariously living through other people. I got a cousin that was a commander in the Navy. He did weather and stuff, weather forecasting and weather and stuff for the Navy. Retired a commander. He actually transplanted himself and lives in Hawaii. And my parents and my daughter went and stayed with them, and they got the grand tour and showed all around by my cousins. That's my Uncle Robert's son, one of his sons, and or my great Uncle Robert, I should say, one of my grandfather's brother. And my grandfather was in the Army, and my Uncle Robert, during World War II, he decided to join the Navy because he heard they had better food, and he liked the idea of being able to sleep in a bunk at night rather than sleeping on the ground or not knowing where you were going to be. So he rounded up on working on airplanes, Avengers and Dauntless and all on the Hornet. So that was his Navy career during and all. So then my cousin there, he got, of course, listened to all the stories of being in the Navy. So then he joined the Navy and wound up now going from Maryland all the way out to Hawaii and staying there. So my grandfather wound up actually right down the road from here at APG, and he didn't actually get sent overseas. He wound up working in a factory where they made chemical shells and mustard gas shells and chlorine gas and all that kind of stuff. Even during World War II, they were making and stockpiling mustard gas shells because they wanted to have them in the inventory, I guess, in case Germany or somebody else decided they were going to start using chemical warfare, and then we were going to start using it in return. I guess, I don't know. And that's how he met my grandmother because she was working down there on post. Her and her family had come down from Wilkes-Barre, Truckee, up in Pennsylvania, about 4 hours north of here. And she worked in the gas mask factory, making gas masks and all. But she didn't really like that, and the chemicals that was used in making the gas mask made her sick. So she got transferred over and was working in the ordnance part where my grandfather was. And of course, I guess he was a smooth operator. And my dad and Uncle Dave were the result. So now you know a little bit of the family history, for what it's worth. But thinking about here being in Hawaii got me to thinking about my cousin in Hawaii, which started that whole rambling story. Well, shiny and sharp and ready to go, it will be decontaminated and cleaned up and made ready to be safely sent back down to Dave. So, once again, SV soap, great soap. Love my Razor Rock brush. And nice shave, feel a lot better. Finally stopped bleeding, I'll live. And hopefully here the next couple of days we'll see ever more improvement with the missus, and she'll be able to get around easier. Next week she'll be getting walking boot slash bandage, whatever they call that, off her foot, and she'll be able to put pressure on it. Clean up the corners of my mustache here. Oh yeah. So get a little bit of So I was also notified by another one Mr. Dave in Kentucky that there's another package coming my way, which I don't know, to start calling him Santa Claus or something. So in the spirit of that, there's going to be a surprise in your package when you get it back, Dave. Not going to tell you what it is, then it wouldn't be a surprise. So hope you like it. And that pretty much finishes it up, other than figuring out what aftershave to use. Well, I'm just going to go with something simple. I love this one, and it seems that I really do enjoy mostly cheap aftershaves, or inexpensive. Cheap's not the word, because they're good. I like them. But the smell of this one, actually I wish it would hang around a little longer, but it's a really, really pleasant smell. At least to my nose. Or I like smelling like somebody that drinks too much brandy, maybe. I don't know. So hope you all have a very good rest of the Sunday and your Monday goes well. See you on the flip side.